Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to do the primary chain case fluid change on a 2011 Dyna Streetbob. Pretty straightforward, easy project. Some tools that you're actually going to need is going to be, and some of this is optional. I've actually been very spoiled with Harbor Freight, but you need a 3/8 ratchet, a 3/8 torque wrench, a 1/4 inch torque wrench, a Torx 27 bit, and a 5/8 socket head, along with your drain bolt washer gasket that you're going to want to replace. I set for my Torx 27, I set my torque wrench to, the manual says it is 84 to 108 inch-pounds. So I have mine set to 90, but please make sure to check your owner's manual. And of course my drain bolt, I have it set at a 15 foot-pounds of torque. Make sure to change your derby cover gasket. Cheap insurance, it's not that expensive. And for this project, I'm actually going to use, or try out rather, this Red Line primary case oil. It's fully synthetic. So to get started with draining the actual fluid, the drain bolt is under the left-hand side of the bike. It's right here. It's very close, in a close proximity to the actual oil drain plug. So this right here is going to be for the primary. So now you're going to take your 3/8 socket head with your 3/8 ratchet, put into that bolt. It should come off pretty easily. Once I get it pretty loose, I usually just pull off the socket head and just see if I can do it by hand. Almost there. I feel it getting looser. Here it is. It's a good opportunity to go ahead and check out your drain bolt. Make sure you don't have anything crazy on it. Just give it a few minutes for it to drain. While we wait for it to drain, I'm just taking my drain bolt over to my workbench. There's a rubber gasket on here. I usually change these out anytime I take the bolts off. It's pretty, oops. They're not that expensive, so I think you should actually change it out anytime you undo these bolts. You want to go ahead and just add a little bit of oil onto your new gasket. Excuse me. Go ahead and slide it on. I already have oil on my hands, so I figure that's probably good enough. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and take off the derby cover. This is going to be the Torx 27 with your 1/4 inch ratchet. I think this is probably a little bit easier if I get an extension. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I got an extension. I think it'll be a little bit easier now. I think I wasn't getting enough leverage. Yeah, that is a lot better. So you just want to be careful when you take these nuts off because they have little washers on them, I believe. Oh, no washers. Sorry about that. Yeah, it actually does have washers. Sorry about that, guys. This is my first time doing it on this bike specifically. I've done these on a mini, but it's my first time purchasing a Streetbob or a Dyna Streetbob. So be careful. Probably leave that top one to hold it on while I take all these off by hand. You know what, I actually probably need to do this part without a sweaty glove. There is a washer, I knew it. I don't know if you can see it, oops, sorry. Just put it somewhere clean. Just throw it on this paper towel for myself. Just want to be careful. Take this derby cover off. Okay. Usually try to put this on a flat, clean paper towel or something so it doesn't get all scratched up. Okay, I want to get this cover off. A lot of these derby cover gaskets, I guess this is the one that was from the factory, but I got a Common Tech one, so we'll give it a shot. Okay, so now that you have all that off, you just want to kind of clean all this stuff around it. Alright guys, so while it's finishing up draining, I'm actually going to go ahead and put on the drain bolt for you, and then after that we can install the gasket and then the derby cover. Like I mentioned before, I usually like to do this by hand first, just to make sure that we don't cross thread it. Then you'll have a whole nother issue altogether and it won't be very fun. Okay, so that is on there. Now I'm going to take my 5/8 socket head with my torque wrench, and again I have mine set at 15 foot-pounds. Excuse me. All right, 2 clicks and good to go. All right guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and fill up our primary fluid. Again, I just had to go with just this red line. I've actually haven't used it yet, so we'll give it a go around. To fill it, you actually just want to fill it for a 1/4 or just right at the bottom of this derby cover. Oops. Open this up. Sorry, I need to break the seal. There's a few ways to do this, but this is what works for me and this is what I have. So. Okay, just be patient. You don't want to spill it. I don't have all their specialized Harley stuff, but a lot of these items you can just purchase at Walmart or even just a Harbor Freight. All right, so now we are ready to put on our new gasket. I usually put the gasket on the derby cover piece, along with feeding the screw through here, because it's a little bit challenging, especially with just one person trying to get this on here properly and get it on there properly. So. You want to make sure that you're putting this on in a star pattern. That actually went on a lot easier. It's usually not that easy for me. Usually takes me a few tries. I'm just manually feeding the threads through first, and then we're gonna tighten them and then torque them. Probably these are getting to a point where they're pretty much hand tight, and then I'm going to torque them down. Now for our torque wrench, again, my torque wrench, I have it set at 90 inch-pounds. Looking good. So now that's actually pretty much it. So you just want to make sure that's not leaking here at the bottom of your drain bolt right here. Make sure everything's torqued up, and check for leaks, and have fun. Thanks so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.